श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद।
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 हरे कृष्ण राधे गोविंद।
हरे राम हरे कृष्ण राधे गोविंद।
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद।
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद।
हरे कृष्ण राधे गोविंद।
हरे राम हरे कृष्ण राधे गोविंद।
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद।
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद।
हरे कृष्ण राधे गोविंद।
हरे राम हरे कृष्ण राधे गोविंद।
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद।
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद।
हरे कृष्ण राधे गोविंद।
हरे राम हरे कृष्ण राधे गोविंद।
नंदानंदान कृष्ण
नंदन कृष्ण
नंदानंदान कृष्ण
नंदन कृष्ण।
नवनीत चोर कृष्ण
नवनीत चोर कृष्ण
नवनीत चोर कृष्ण
नवनीत चोर कृष्ण।
नंदानंदान कृष्ण
नंदन कृष्ण
नवनीत चोर कृष्ण
नवनीत चोर कृष्ण।
वेणुगान लोल कृष्ण
वेणुगान लोल कृष्ण
वेदांत वेद्य कृष्ण
वेदांत वेद्य कृष्ण
वेणुगान लोल कृष्ण
वेणुगान लोल कृष्ण
वेदांत वेद्य कृष्ण
वेदांत वेद्य कृष्ण।
नंदानंदान कृष्ण
नंदन कृष्ण
नवनीत चोर कृष्ण
नवनीत चोर कृष्ण
वेणुगान लोल कृष्ण
वेणुगान लोल कृष्ण
वेदांत वेद्य कृष्ण
वेदांत वेद्य कृष्ण।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे।
ओम नमो नारायणाय। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति। शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। तो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति। Yesterday we have discussed in a nutshell the essence of Vedanta, that is Brahman alone is real, the world is unreal, and the individual self, the consciousness, is no other than that Brahman. Only one consciousness is there, all pervading. So far we have discussed. Today and little other also we have discussed. Vedas are divided into three parts. That is, the first portion consisting of 80,000 mantras are karma kanda. So do particular action and get particular fruit. The actions, the fruits are all unreal. And then Upasana, the next 16,000 mantras, that is, all of a sudden an aspirant cannot meditate on the Supreme. That is why, take it away. Leave it some. This side you take. That side. You take this side. You should not, no, you should not go between. You leave it there somewhere. That is our tradition. So, the aspirant all of a sudden cannot meditate on the all-pervading Atman. That's why he takes a chosen deity and he meditates on that, his form, his name, his qualities, the sport that particular deity has done, and he always tries to feel the presence. That is called Upasana. By that, mind is purified. Then if once the mind is purified, he will be getting discrimination and dispassion. Then he will be coming to the Vedanta or knowledge. Here again, they do say that to experience the highest, every individual is having three obstructions. That is, in Sanskrit, Mala Vikshepa Avarana. Mala is the impressions, samskaras which are in the mind. Yesterday also I told, all those impressions are to be removed by practicing on the highest. And oscillations of the minds are to be controlled. And then finally, the cover of ignorance. Suppose you light a lamp and put a cover of basket on that. Lamp is there, but you cannot see the light. As soon as you remove the basket, you can see the light. So, all the Vedas declare you are already there. The what that? Only you have to uncover the veil of ignorance. That is removing the avarana. That comes by hearing the scriptures, meditating on that, the essence of the scriptures, and finally dissolving the mind in the Atma, which has been purified and concentrated. Dishyate tvagriya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhi. How one experiences the self which is within. He says, by concentrated mind, which is purified, with that he is able to experience, he says. When the mind is purified, then only it gets concentrated. Otherwise, oscillations will be going on. So, this is also to some extent we have discussed. Now, the Brihadaranyaka, the Upanishad, is having 6 chapters. First 2 chapters are named as Madhukanda. In that, actually, the second chapter, in that also 5th portion, Brahmana. The first chapter is divided into further 6 parts. In the same way, the second chapter also further divided into 6 or 7 chapters. So, the 5th portion or 5th part of the second chapter is named as Madhu Brahmana. Here the parts are called as Brahmana. Whereas in Taittiriya, you come across as Valli. So, in second chapter also, 6 parts are there, 6 Brahmanas. After that, the 5th one is called Madhu Brahmana. That being the important teaching, the whole chapters, 2 chapters are named after that. In 147, that is first chapter, 4th Brahmana, 7th stanza, sloka mantra. There comes Atma ityeva upasita. What you have to meditate on? Only on the Atman exists. Atma vedam sarvam. Everything is only consciousness and Atman. And again, in that same first chapter, 4th Brahmana, first mantra says, Atma vedam agre asi. Before creation, only that all-pervading consciousness is there. So, whatever is here, verily everything is Atman. How you conclude? What is the reason? Because from that everything has been created, in that it is sustained, and in that it dissolves. Everything. So that is the reason that they say everything is Atman. Before creation, Atman was abiding, and one has to meditate only on the Atman. And this Atman, your individual self, your individual consciousness, is no other than the all-pervading consciousness. Simply, if you say, I am not the body, mind and senses, I am having consciousness, I know that, I have experienced that, by that you are not going to realize the highest. And at the same time, if you say the consciousness is all pervading, it is everywhere, but you think I am different from that, then also you are not realized. So only one consciousness is there. That is what is there in me is all pervading. So finally, even Swami Sivananda says, Sivanji Maharaj, I am the creator of this world. To that extent, you have to experience. That is called actual realization. Now, in the Madhukanda, it has ascertained that only Atman is everything, Atman abides. So whatever is confirmed here, that through logic, in the next third chapter and fourth chapter, they conclude. Why? Only whatever is written in the scriptures, and if you understand fully by logic, then only you will have faith on that. Somebody says something that you are not going to believe. You try to experience that, try to know that. In the same way, here also whatever scriptures have been told, again these same scriptures, they, through logic, they again decide the same assertion or the same teaching. That's why they say, Shrotavya Srutivakebhyo Mantavyaschupapattibhihi Matvaja Satatam Theha Ete Darshana Hetavaha. What is the use of scriptures? He says, the individual self is no other than that all-pervading Atman. Like that, you have to confirm through hearing the scriptures. Shrotavya. You have to hear. Then he says, Mantavya. Mantavya is meditating on that. Whatever doubts are there, to remove them, you have to meditate on that. Premegata samsaya nivrutti sadhanam manana. That means what you want to know. You are the knower and you want to know something through knowledge. So, that is what you want to know or what you want to experience. Regarding that, you should not entertain any doubt. The moment you get some doubt, you may lose faith. That's why here the logic is necessary. Yesterday I told you something, simple logic. What I told? Jagrad avastha mithya dushyatva swapanamat. The waking state is unreal because you are the seer. Just like you are seeing a dream. In dream, you are having the confirmation that it is unreal. As soon as you woke up, as soon as you wake up from the dream, you say it is unreal. So what happened there? There you are the seer. And whatever is seen, that is gone. In the same way, here also, you are the seer. You are the subject. You are not the object. So the subject can never be the object. Basing on the logic of dream, we have to confirm that this waking state also is unreal. This is a prolonged dream, you can say. You are not going to stay here for 1,000 years. And your body is not real. And while dreaming and sleeping, you are not taking anything from the waking state. Then how can you say this waking state is real? In deep sleep, you are not seeing the word, external word. In dream state, you are not seeing. And in deep meditation or samadhi, you are not seeing the word. Only in one particular state, in waking state, you are seeing. Whereas in 3-4 states, you are not seeing. So, which you prefer? This particular one state or the 3 states? That is why, in the beginning, the aspirant should have good discrimination. Bhagavan, Bhagavad Shankaracharya gives example. He says, there was a particular person. He left home and he was going on pilgrimages. 10-15 years over, he became a monk, having good renunciation, going here and there, meditating. All of a sudden, one day he sees a particular tenant from his village. That village person says, "Oh, you are the same person. We were staying together in that village." Yes, yes, yes. But a mishap has happened. What? In your house, some thieves came and took away so much of property. It is all right. He never bothered. Why? 15 years back he has left everything. Now why he should bother? He is not having any attachment. No asakti. In the same way, when you discriminate, the dispassion increases, the vairagya increases towards the body, towards the material things, towards the senses. So, the mind is slowly introverted. That is why he says here, samsaya nivritti. You should not entertain any doubt. The moment you raise a doubt, you are gone. Samsayatma vinashyati. So, here, what you want to know, you should have a clear idea. Then only with full faith, with full enthusiasm, with full energy, you can meditate on that. And again also he says, Naivehe kinchana agre asit. Nothing was there before creation. What we are seeing in this world, not in the absolute world. So nothing was here. So what was there? Only one thing, that is this is. And the cause is not different from the effect. The effect comes from the cause. Is it not? Karana Karya. Now again he says another logic. Now somebody may raise the doubt. So, what is the proof that existence was there? Atman was there. Now I am not able to see. So the logic is says, Vimatam Satpurvam Karyat Pad Ghatava. You have seen a pot. So the pot was made out of clay. So if clay is there, then only pot will come out. If clay is not there, pot will not come. So you cannot take the sand beach and make a pot. You know that particular clay is there. In that pot is there, you know. Is it not? That's why you take only that particular clay to make the pot. Same way, you take milk and prepare yogurt. Yogurt. And you are not taking anything else for preparing yogurt. You know these curds are there in the milk. In the same way, you want to extract some oil, you will take particular seeds. You know that the oil is there in the seed. Though it is not visible, it is just manifested. The clay was there, the pot was there in the clay. So the potter has manifested that. No. The magician is there. He creates so many things. Afterwards, nothing is seen. Even he creates, say, $50,000. All notes, big bundle. Afterwards he takes the cap, give me something, a penny, $1. Arre, you fellow, you have shown me $500 now. Again you are asking me why? Because it is illusion. It is not there. But magician is real. You should make the point. In the same way, the creator is real, the created is unreal. See, that is why we are not seeing that in our dream state and sleeping state, in samadhi, etc. So, the pot is an effect. It was there before in the clay. In the same way, the whole creation was there before creation in the form of seed in the Almighty. So, last time we studied the Shvetaketu, the disciple or the son of Uddalaka, asked his father, "You are telling from that Atman this has been created, and I don't see that one. And how from nothing has come such a big world? I don't see anything." Say, "Dear son, don't worry. Bring a banyan fruit. Break it. What you are seeing there, small seeds. Break one of the seeds. What you are seeing in that, he says, after breaking seeds, I don't see anything. Nothing is there." You fellow, you are telling nothing from this nothing, that such a big tree has come. This was the seed. In the same way, the name and forms are manifested. You see the spider. Spider has woven the web from himself, from itself. Some juice comes out of his mouth and it stays there. So, it is the material cause as well as instrumental cause. Water is the instrumental cause, clay is material cause. But here in the case of spider, both. In the same way, the Almighty is the material cause as well as instrumental cause. See? That is why something was there before creation, from nothing will come out nothing. Nasato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate satah. In Gita you read. That is, nasate vidyato bhavo. A real thing never disappears, and from nothing will come out. Nasate vidyato bhavo. From nothing will come out nothing. Asataha, that which is not there, which is not existing, from that nothing will come out. Here, asata means son of a barren woman, a sky flower, they are asat, they never exist. But for an existing thing, there is no destruction. Na bhava vidyate sata. Sata means this in, say, day-to-day life, what you see, that is not real, because it is changing. So what is real? A real thing will never perish. That is our own Atman, our own consciousness. That's why Sri Krishna says to Arjuna, you have been there since many births. I was also there. I know them, you don't know them. As Atman, we have been existing. So the effect must be having a cause. Effect is destroyed, but cause never destroys. Even the effect is not there, cause is there. That's why this whole world is having the existence, the real thing, which is your own Atman. And you cannot say, I don't know God, I have not experienced. Because why? Every day you are experiencing your deep sleep, so much happiness. Where from it has come? Where the light has come in from dreams? So you cannot deny that you are consciousness, something is there within you. You are that alone is real. So to experience that is called realization. One has to strive for that. Then this second chapter, he says, one comes Murta Brahmana. Things that are having form, things that are not having form. After 5 elements, this whole world has been created. Space, air, they are not having form. So they are called Amurta. The fire, the water and earth is having a form, so they are called Murta. So Murta and Amurta elements, the elements which are having form and the elements which are not having form have been created, and they join and they have become this world. But where from they have been created? From Atman. In that these two things are not there. The elements are not there. Because elements are matter, dead matter, and consciousness cannot be the matter and matter cannot be the consciousness. See. That's why previously you heard from Kashi Neti Neti. Not this, not this. The Brahman is not, the forms which are having elements are not the forms which are not having form. Neti. And again there he says, Satya sa Satyam. Most of the people they say, this vital force is real. What is holding the earth and moon and stars, sun in the sky without any support? We say vital force, prana. So, but Satya sa Satyam, what is leading this vital force to support all these things. What is the energy behind? That is Atma. Because in 2013, we heard Kenopanishad. In that the story comes, all the gods, they won over the demons and they got ego. Then Lord appears as Yaksha, and the Lord of Fire and Lord of Air has been sent to test him. They could not do. The Lord of Fire or the fire god could not burn a little piece of grass. Why? Because the energy given by the god has been taken away. We cannot do it. So this vital force, what you say, which is supporting such a big planets, where from it is getting its energy, that is why only one thing is real, which you are experiencing day to day. That one has to realize, that means experience. Then, so what is the name of that? Atman Satyasa Satyam. What is real? This vital force. So even that Atman is real of that vital force, Satyasa Satyam. Then in second chapter, fourth Brahmana, it is called Maitreyi Brahmana. That is, Idam Sarvam Yadayam Atma. So, whatever you are seeing, Idam, all these things, Sarvam, everything, is only Atman, he says. What actually happens? See, you are having a canal and or a river. So you want to bring that river water into your field, which is little away. So you dig a canal. So through canal, this water has entered into the field. Field water, canal water, river water. Only water, water, water. In the same way, the consciousness is there within. It comes throughout the senses, through senses. And first, it touches a particular object. Because consciousness is everywhere. That which is inside, like river water, through canal water, it has come to the field. It has touched the field. What you are doing, though there is consciousness, you are superimposing an object on that consciousness and you are telling this is an object. Example, river water, canal water, field water. Water, 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 consciousness, consciousness, consciousness. But you are telling that is field water, this is canal water, that is river water. But it is only consciousness. As you have put the names, canal water, you have given an adjective for the water, canal water. Field water, river water. In the same way, what you are doing here, you have given an adjective to the object, a book having a particular form. So, only idam sarvam, this is the discriminating portion. You have to meditate, manana. All through the time, what you have to do? Meditation. Even not simply closing the eyes, even when you are opening the eyes and see the objects, discrimination should go on in the mind. Where your mind, there you are. Not where you are. Here your body is present. Mind is absent, you will not understand the subject. What happened? Bodily present, mentally absent. So where your mind, there you are. So though your body is moving here and there, if your mind is discriminating, you are inside the Atma. So idam sarvam yadayam Atma. By knowing the self, everything is known. That is told in Maitreya Brahman. He says, even in the waking state, you will be able to know the Atman and you will be able to understand what is Atman. And he gives example of a drum or an instrument, musical instrument. Those who are well versed, they know all the notes and the peculiar notes and peculiar sounds, they know. But those who don't know about that particular instrument, they say general. A general sound is coming. But those who know, they know the particular notes and particular sounds. But the particular is not different from the general. Now, come to ourselves. We know that in a general way, I am having consciousness, which is Sachidananda. That happiness, day to day, I am experiencing. This is general, everybody knows. Everybody is experiencing. But what you are not knowing, that is, the same consciousness is everywhere and in everybody. All are in me and I am in all. This you don't understand. This you have not experienced. For that only we have to cleanse the mind. See. Now, previously also once I told you how to experience that particular Atman in the waking state. The scriptures declare Atmana Akasha Sambhuta Akashat Vayu Vayu Ragni. From the Atman, space has been manifested. From the space A, from A, fire has been created. So, the Atman has not changed. It is as it is in the space as well as air as well as in the fire. That's why the fire god and Vayu Devata could not understand the Yaksha. Yesterday I gave the example of sugar cane. The sweetness is Anusyuta. It is the underlying essence of everything. Only names and forms are changing. In the same way, now you are sitting here. Is it? So close your ears, close your eyes and hear the sound from which is coming from inside. Aham Atma Gudakira Sarvabhutashe Sthitah Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamasu. The Vaishwanara Agni is their fire, which is digesting your food. Its sound you can hear when you close the ears. Then how to meditate? This fire is no other than the Atman. Because from Atman, the fire has been created. Now bring the milk, keep a pot here, and if we say, take out the clarified butter, can you? From the milk directly, can you take out? You have some process is there. But you cannot deny that clarified butter is not there. In the same way, what is fire? Did you know that then? Atma. Because it has manifested from that. And if you touch a living body, it is little warm. But if you touch a dead body, it is cold. What makes the difference? Vital force has left, prana is left. So the prana, when in the living body, is warm. So what is this prana? Atmana karsama akashat vayu. So this particular vital force is the manifestation of Atman. In that way, if you are able to think, if you are able to meditate, each and every moment, you can meditate Anna. That's why he says, and the general and the particular. What is particular? You give an adjective to a particular thing. Suppose lotus is general name. You are telling, you bring red lotus. So, you have confined the lotus to a particular area. You cannot bring a yellow lotus. You cannot bring a blue lotus. You cannot bring a white lotus. Why? You have given an adjective to the lotus. So, by giving an adjective to an object, it becomes particular and it is differentiated from the general. That's why give up all these names and forms or particulars and go to the general. Samanya and Vishesh. He says how to understand that everything is a chinmatranugamat, he says. Underlying in everything that only that consciousness is there. Yesterday also I told you, asti bhati priyam, existence, knowledge, bliss. Thing is existing, you are seeing, and somebody gets some joy out of it. Take anything, but name and form belongs to the world and they are changing. That's why you have to discriminate and you should give up the worldly desires and the world. If at all you want to know the highest, if you want to experience the highest happiness in this very life, if you don't want it, is all right, you can go as you please. So, there are things which are conscious and which are matter, but though there is a difference that we see, but one particular consciousness is flowing through all these things. That's why when Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlada, where is your God? Is there in this place? Yes. So there the Lord says, this fellow Hiranyakashipu may show any particular object. So everywhere the same form he was all pervading, and whatever objects he built, he can come out. So many forms he has taken. Here, I remember a small story, because this subject is very dry. At times, it goes away above the mind, above the head, a little now and then little stories. Again, we have to bring it back. अच्छा है सुखावास. The stories are for easy understanding. So the story like this, we know Ramayana, and Rama was in exile, and Sita was taken away by Ravana. So these two brothers, Rama and Lakshmana, Rama was almost weeping for a spouse, catching each tree, each creeper. Have you seen Sita? Like that he was asking. In that particular state, Lord Shiva with her wife Sati came. And Lord Shiva knows this is Lord Vishnu. He is only sporting. So he says, Jai Sachidananda. Lord Shiva says, and goes to Samadhi. Because Shiva is always praying Rama and Rama is praying Shiva. Then Sati is behind Shiva's wife. There rose a big doubt in her. How is this? This Rama is a prince. He lost his wife, weeping like anything in the forest. And my husband says, Sachidananda, how is it possible? So Sati says, I want to test this Rama. Then Shiva says, you see, I know he is all-pervading Lord, Lord Vishnu. Don't test him, you will be in trouble. No. I cannot believe. I want to test. All right, go ahead. Because Home Ministry is more powerful. He is allowed. But Shiva went back to Kailas. Then after going a little ahead, Sati appeared in the form of Sita. That is before Rama, because he is weeping for Sita and searching. And she walked, taking the form of Sita and a little ahead. So then Rama goes ahead. What is this? Just now you are with your husband Shiva and you have left her and you are roaming here alone. What is the matter? So she understood Rama. Then at that particular time, on the 10 directions, 8 directions and above and below, he shows many forms of Rama. That means I am the all-pervading Lord. See, then the poor Sati comes back and Lord Shiva asks, have you tested? No, simply I have seen. In the daytime, telling a lie. No. So, what I mean to say is, when he wants, he can appear in any form, anywhere. So in that way he has removed the ignorance of Sati. But knowing this, we should not entertain any speck of ignorance. We should have that confirmation. Yes, he is everywhere, I can see him, I can experience him. That means, if you want tatparata, tenacity, then only you can see him. So he is everywhere. And like this, now, before that, Rama was serving Vishwamitra. his master, before going to exile. So Vishwamitra asked, he bring few flowers for my worship. Rama goes to the garden. First he finds out the gardener. Who is the owner of this garden and the gardener. And he requests them, I want few flowers, can I take? See how humble he is, egolessness. He knows himself, I am the creator and sustainer and destroyer of this whole world. But still, he goes to the gardener and the owner of the garden and requests. What this shows? Egolessness. One should not entertain any portion of ego. Last time again, anything I told. Now, when you discriminate, only two things are there in the world. One is consciousness and another is matter. Consciousness is detached. Matter is not having knowledge. But you are entertaining the ego. Where you will put this ego? On the consciousness or on the matter? Discriminate. Consciousness is detached. Matter does not know what is ego. So you are mixing both. Telling I. Big I. That's why through these stories, what is the essence? That one should not entertain egoism. Like that, he says, everywhere only that Atman is there. In general, that one should know. And in second chapter, fifth portion, fifth Brahmana is called Madhu Brahmana, because this is the main teaching of these two chapters. This is named after Madhukanda. Here, what is this Madhu? It is no other than the Creator. He has created so many things. Now, for example, let us take this hall. It has been created. Many people, they do sit here. They take all the facilities of this hall. And some are there, those who see and get jealousy. These are renounced monks having such a luxury. Like that they will think in opposite way. So, the good and the bad of the persons is the cause for creating this hall. In the same way, there are so many individuals, they have, some of them they did good and some of them they did bad. That is the cause for creation of this whole world. Sun, moon, stars, all these things. The individuals are enjoying the water, the earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, the fire, everything. And in the same way, the individuals are worshipping the gods. So, vice versa. Parasparam bhavayantah upakari upakaraka bhavaha. By giving oblations, by worshipping, the gods are pleased. They give rains, the sun, it is useful for developing crops, etc., etc. So all these things, finally, he says, what is this Madhu? Madhu is no other than the essence of the sun god, where there is no day and night, only light and light, that is your Varuna. Sohamasmi, yes Lord. In this way, he concludes the second chapter. This is the essence of second. In the first chapter, so many other things are there. These are all meditations. The otherwise also the meditation also they call knowledge, but meditation is upasana, we can say. So many other things have been told. So, what is the essence? They told Atma Ityeva Upasita. That is the main teaching in the Madhukanda. You have to meditate only on Atman. The other thing, whatever is there besides, it is perishable. Anyadartam tucham. Anityam asukham logam imam prapi bhajasumam. Gita says. Dukhalayam asashvatam. So, scriptures they never declare that the world is real, so you go on with that. Always they say it is unreal, transitory, changing thing. But because of the ignorance which we have been bringing since many births, we are attached to this world. Now we have to go introvert, kaschid dhira pratyagatmanam ekshad, avrita chakshur amudattam ichhan. If you are really having any discrimination, if you are a good warrior, not the world, of your own self. So, introvert, bring the mind, take the mind inside. Then only you can get the highest bliss. That's what they say. So, Atma Ityeva Upasita, this is the main instruction in the first Madhukanda. That is told by the scriptures, declared by the scriptures. Now the scriptures, through logic, they have to determine the same thing, same subject. Only Atman alone is there. So, they start a story, and then whenever you take a subject that to decide the subject matter, we are having 6 signs. Upakrama Upasamhara, where the subject matter has been started, where it is ending, and where it has been repeated, abhyasa, and what is the extraordinary nature of the subject, uniqueness, apurvata, and what is the fruit when you know the subject, and praise as well as blame, that also is there, that is arthavada, and finally the logic behind the subject. These things one should know to study a chapter. Previously I told you also about the Gita. Somebody might have noted. Now for this 3rd chapter, that is Munikanda or Yajnavalkya. This 3rd and 4th chapters are together called Munikanda. So here, అదే చెప్పాను కదా, ఇదం సర్వ మైత్రి బ్రాహ్మ ఆత్మవిజ్ఞాన సర్వ విజ్ఞానం కోసం. Now, so you can open the book and see page 671. Third chapter, fourth Brahmana, first mantra. 341, page 671. There the subject matter started. Everybody got? 671. So the first mantra, in that Yat Sakshad Aparokshad Brahma. The mantra it is there. Describe to me Brahman that is direct and perceptible, the self that is indweller in all. In translation you can say at least 671 page. Page 671. No. Where is? You see, Yat Sakshad Aparokshad Brahma Atma Sarvanta. So the translation comes here. Yajnavalkya describe to me Brahman that is direct and perceptible, the self that is indweller in all. The self that is indweller in all. So what you have experienced that self, that you declare. This is the starting. Upakrama. 672 is the English translation. But the original text is in Sanskrit in 671, last line. Yat Sakshad Aparokshad Brahma. So, this Ushastra. Now, let us go to the story. The king Janaka was performing a big yajna, and he has invited many scholars, and not only scholars, many realized persons. This Uddalaka was there, and Gargi was there, many realized persons also were there. So he wanted to know who is the best expounder of the self. Who can declare or who can speak about the self, and who is greater among the self-realized persons, that we cannot say, because the realization is common, just like sleep to all. So who is the best expounder of the self? Who can explain well? Then he brought some 1,000 cows. For the horns he has tied little gold. In those days 1,000 cows and gold. It comes to so many crores.
That was the currency in those times.
Currency is only cows in gold. Those who is the best expounder can take away these cows. And so many are there, nobody comes ahead. Then Yajnavalkya says to his disciple, Samashrava, one who is hearing Samveda, take away the cows to our ashram. Telling immediately took away. No delay. Then all they there became very angry. You are the best expounder. You are great realized person. Like that. You see, I am running a school. So many students are there. I have to give them milk. That's why I am taking away the cows. But if you are having any doubt, you can ask me, I will clear it. You see. Then they started asking. So this is the fourth person who has asked this. Describe to me Brahman that is direct and perceptible. Direct in the sense which you have experienced. And he says again perceptible. It is not perceptible, it is beyond mind and speech. The self that is indweller in all. Sarvam, ya atma sarvantaraha. That you explained to me. Then he explains. But afterwards, another fellow comes, Kahola. He asks the same question. Sakshat aprokshat brahma tadme vyachaksva. So the question cannot be repeated. Answer also cannot be repeated. There must be something. He says, first, he says, he describes what is Atman. For the fourth person, that is Ushastha. And again, Kahola, when he repeats the question, he says, it is beyond hunger and thirst, old age and death, all these things he says. First he says, this is beyond the body, that self is there. That much he says for the third person, fourth person. Fifth person, again he further he discusses the Atman. It is beyond thirst and hunger, it is beyond old age, all these things. So that is your own self, that is your own Atman, like that. And everybody has asked in the court, nobody to ask again. One, the sixth fellow is Gargi, an expounder of Brahman. She comes forward. First she wants to ask, and she could not ask according to the scriptures, basing on the scriptures. That's why she has to leave. Now again she comes. Then when everybody is sitting quiet, nobody was asking. Then she again gets up and takes the permission of the king, takes the permission of Yajnavalkya, and takes the permission of all the visitors, those who are present. If you all allow, because once if you ask a question again, second time you should not ask. If you all permit me, I will ask. Because all the people, all the scholars, they have tied up and they are very having jealousy. They see all the property, only one fellow is taking away. So you ask, they told. See, I am asking him two questions. If he answers these two questions, nobody can win him. Nobody but beat him. You can take a bag and baggage, you can go home. So everybody says, he asks. So he asks, by which this all world is pervading. Yajnavalkya says in space. Where this space is? He says this space is in Atman. What is the nature of Atman? Now you see, here is the problem. Because Atman you cannot describe in words, you can experience. The light in the dream you are experiencing. And you are inferring that something is beyond this body, mind and senses, through which I have experienced the sleep happiness. In this way you are inferring that something consciousness is there through which I have experienced. So this Atman can be experienced, cannot be explained in words. This is my. Can you say this is Atman? You can say Atman is inside, but directly you cannot say this is Atman. You bring a man, he is Atman. He is having a body, how it is Atman? Atman is not having any form. No name. How to explain? So, she asked, what is the nature of Atman? If he is not giving answer, he will be losing the game. If he gives the answer, she says, this is against scriptures, where words and speech, mind cannot go, you are explaining, so you are failed. So, now, what to do? But Agnivalka is the disciple of sun god, very intelligent, unparalleled. He says, see, I am not telling about the Atman. First thing, the man who has realized, they say about the Atman like this. He won the game. Asabdam, asparsam, arupam, avyam, like that he goes and expresses. The sound cannot reach there, the mind cannot, like this. They explain the outcome. So, this Gargi failed, and then one fellow is there, Sakalya, priest of Janaka. He is very jealous. He is going and asking something. He fails, and this Agnivalka is having a boon that when he forbids, he should not, the question should not go further. If he goes further, his head will fall down. So same thing happened to Sakalya. Even then, he has not won the game. Now, all the audience can put a question to him, he has to answer, or he will put a question to the audience. If they answer, then also he fails. If they don't answer, he has to give answer. Simply putting question will not do. He has to give the answer, then only he will be win the game. So he asked, nobody gives the answer. Where from all this has come, this creation? So that he says, that is the end of the subject matter. That you will get in 3928, page 802.
802. Six links. The starting, the uniqueness.
802. Vijnanam Anandam Brahma, towards the end. 3928, third chapter, 9th Brahmana, 28th sloka, page 802. Knowledge, bliss, Brahman. From that everything has come out, that he says. So that is the end. First what he asked, what you are directly experiencing that Atman, about that you tell. So he concludes, it is full of knowledge, full of bliss, that is Brahman. So that is the conclusion of the chapter. So this is starting and conclusion, and whenever you take a subject matter, it is to be repeated now and then. That is called abhyasa, repetition. So, the third chapter, 7th Brahmana, from 3rd stanza to 23rd stanza, it has been repeated, Antaryami Brahmana, page 722, 722. These things you can note down. This is starting, this is the end, this is the repetition. Again, when we'll follow the subject also. Boom. It is written down here, we take it up. So everybody got 722. Yeshate Atma Antaryami Amrutaha. Dwelling within is the inner controller, Antaryami. Yourself, that is immortal. Who is that? Antaryami, that is yourself. That is immortal. So, About the Atman he asked, about the Atman he has told, about that yes. See, something is there within you. It is controlling you from within. It is possessing your body, and you don't know about it, but it is controlling you. That is the indweller, Antaryam. In everything, it is there. In sun, in moon, they don't know. There is some indweller is there, that is called Antaryami. So that is repetition portion, and then the fruits of the subject. Page 802. 802, third chapter, 9th Brahmana, 28th sloka. Parayinam tishtamanasya tadvidaha. And also of him who has realized it and dwells in it. Brahma Vedam, Brahma. Those who know Brahman, those who have experienced, they dwell in it. So, that is Parayinam Tishtamanasya Tadvidha. Also of him who has realized it and dwells in it. Page 802, this is the fruit of this particular subject. And then praise. Whatever subject you are taking, just like Gita, Vasudeva Saramti Samahatma Sudurlabha. One who sees the Lord everywhere is very rare. That is the praise of this subject matter. In the same way here, page 715, third chapter, 7th Brahmana, first stanza. यो वै काप्य तत्सूत्रम विद्या तम च अंतर्यामिणमिति स ब्रह्मविद. This is Arthavada, that is praised. Here you see, here also a small story is there. Some students went to south somewhere, Chennai or so. So they were with their master. And all of a sudden, some semi-god entered into the wife or daughter of that master. Ghost కాదు, daughter of the ghost. So they asked, all the students asked something, question. He gave the answer. That question he asked the Arjuna. You see, the semi-god gave reply to the students long back. That question has been put to, and he gives answers. So that answer is given here. Yovai kapita sutram vidya tanchantaryamaniti sab brahmavid. So the God that who has entered into that particular lady declares, he who knows the sutra, Antaryam, the indweller, the inner controller, is indeed the knower of Brahman. So, if you know, you are the knower of Brahman, otherwise give all the cows back. That's what he says. He said, I know. Then he explains that he has given from this 3732, 3723, in 20 stanzas, from starting from 722, in 20 stanzas, he declares that about the Antaryami, Yagyavalkya, Antaryaminam sa Brahmavid, is the knower of Brahman. Page that is 722. Now we have No, no. This praise is in 715. What Agnivalkya gave the reply, that is in 700, starting from 722, stanza 3rd to 23. Now, if you are taking a particular subject, you are praising it, and you are telling the results. If you don't know what will happen, that is the ignorant person is blamed here. What is that blame? Yovai etadaksharam gargi aviditva asmin loke jyoti. He is telling Gargi, Agnivalkya, who in this world, without knowing this indestructible, pours operation in the fire, is miserable. That means Kripana also in other place says. So, he is very stingy person, he says. In what sense stingy? He don't want to remember God. And he is putting the oblations where there is no fire. Only ash is there, he is putting oblations. What fruit he will get? So in the same way, without knowing the self, if one leaves the world, he is miserable. Again and again he has to take the birth and death cycle he has to go. That is the miserableness. In this way, this praise and blame has been told. This is the fifth sign. Finally, this logic behind. एतस्य अक्षर प्रशासने गार्गी सूर्य चंद्रमस विद्युतो तिष्ठति. Under the rule of this indestructible, O Gargi, the sun and the moon ever stand supported. Just now I told. These all the planets, all the stars, all the human beings, controlled by what? Only one control is there, one ruler in all the worlds. That is Atman, or that is Ishvara, that is Antarya. Oh. So, all right, time is also over. What is noted, that is also over. Tomorrow you bring all the books. We will start the actual subject matter we will enter. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamada Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayam Srutamashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Guratmeti Mukti Veda Vibhadini Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya. Om Shanti Shanti. पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदांतास्ता